Adding and subtracting integers. By the end of this video, you will be able to add and subtract integers and apply this concept to real-world situations. Adding and subtracting integers is simply combining positive or negative whole numbers. Since positives and negatives are opposite signs, I like to think of these signs as opposing teams, the positive team versus the negative team. So now imagine a football game with the positive team playing against the negative team. At the end of the first quarter, the positive team is winning 7-3. Positive 7 and negative 3 put together can be expressed multiple ways. Possible expressions include negative 3 plus 7, 7 plus negative 3, or 7 minus 3. All three expressions are equivalent and result in the same value. To determine the value of these expressions, we select the sign of the winning team and then determine how much they are winning by. For these expressions, the winning team is the positives and we see they're winning by 4. This means our solution is positive 4. During the second quarter, the negative team scores a touchdown. The negative team is now winning 10-7. Positive 7 and negative 10 put together can be expressed as negative 10 plus 7, 7 plus negative 10, or 7 minus 10. So again, to determine the value of these expressions, we select the sign of the winning team and determine how much they are winning by. Since there are more negatives than positives, the winning team is the negatives. By subtracting 10 and 7, we can see that there are 3 more negatives than positives. Since the negative team is winning by 3, our answer is negative 3. At the end of the third quarter, the positive team scores 10 more points. This can be expressed as 7 plus 10 or 10 plus 7. Both numbers in our expression are positive. When both numbers are the same sign, we add and keep the sign. Therefore, the result of positive 7 and positive 10 put together is positive 17. At the end of the fourth quarter, the negative team scores 7 more points. This can be expressed as negative 7 plus negative 10, negative 7 minus 10, negative 10 plus negative 7, or negative 10 minus 7. Both numbers in each expression are negative. When both numbers are the same sign, we add and keep the sign. Therefore, the result of negative 7 and negative 10 put together is negative 17. At the end of the game, the positive team has 17 points and the negative team has 17 points. Positive 17 and negative 17 are known as additive inverses. Additive inverses are numbers of opposite values. The sum of any pair of additive inverses is equal to 0. In summary, if two numbers are on opposite teams, we select the sign of the winning team and determine how much they are winning by. If two numbers are on the same team, we add and keep the sign. Let's now analyze a few equivalent expressions. Here we have negative 1 plus 1 and 1 plus negative 1. These expressions are related by the commutative property, which states that we are allowed to swap the order of addition. In the expression 1 plus negative 1, we have two signs directly next to each other. When there is a positive and negative sign directly next to each other with no number in between, we want to remove the unnecessary positive sign. So rather than 1 plus negative 1, we just have 1 minus 1. Now let's look at the expression negative 1 minus negative 1. Here we have a double negative where there's two negative signs directly next to each other with no number in between them. When this happens, we want to turn the double negative into a positive. So think two negatives directly next to each other form a positive sign. Let's now put this all together and try out a few examples. Negative 3 minus 10. When simplifying this expression, I'm going to think of it as a negative 3 and negative 10. Both numbers are negative, meaning that they're on the same team, so I'm going to add 3 and 10 and keep the negative sign, giving me negative 13. Negative 2 minus negative 4. Notice there is a minus negative. I'm going to turn that minus negative into a plus sign. Now I have negative 2 and positive 4. Negative 2 and positive 4 are on opposite teams, so I'm going to subtract 4 and 2, and then select the positive sign since the positives is the winning team. And so negative 2 and positive 4 simplifies to positive 2. 5 plus negative 6. Now notice we have that unnecessary addition sign. So I'm going to rewrite this as 5 minus 6. Now I have positive 5 and negative 6. Positive 5 and negative 6 are on opposite teams, so I'm going to subtract 6 and 5 and keep the negative sign since the negatives are the winning team. This expression simplifies to negative 1. Negative 50, positive 89, and positive 50. Now notice within the expression that we have negative 50 and positive 50, which are additive inverses. Now remember, the sum of any additive inverses is equal to 0. I'm going to use this information and apply the commutative property to combine negative 50 and positive 50 first. This leaves me with positive 89 as our answer. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.